said the same thing I told ya. My eyes are clear, there's no secret. I wanna know, was it serious? I need it clear, my best friend. Isn't easy to show with the weight of the world on my shoulders. I know I told you, it's the best light I know. It's not a game that I am playing. My love, trying to hold my feeling, I don't know what's right. I'll find the best way, I think that I might. I know you made it in the nick of time. I'm calling on you. I think we're made of something. I think we're made of something. I keep my time in a pocket. I wanna find a new keeper. I like the way it's mysterious. I think I found my own way. Isn't easy to show with the weight of the world on my shoulders. I know I told you, it's the best light I know. It's not a game that I am playing. My love, trying to hold my feeling, I don't know what's right. I'll find the best way, I think that I might. I know you made it in the nick of time. I'm calling on you. I think we're made of something. I think we're made of something. Trying to hold my feeling, I don't know what's right. I'll find the best way, I think that I might. I know you made it in the nick of time. I'm calling on you. I think we're made of something. I think we're made of something.
Now arriving at Yijiang Tower.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side.
Initiating match.
Alrighty, everybody, here we go. Another day of 413 Esports and OCS Cup. This time we got two 413 teams with a disbanded duo on the side. We got 413 Hailstorm coming in here. We got Wolf and Hawkshaw for the tank line. Sino Curb on the DPS. Those are scary. Midnight Mirror and Rad on the support line, making it all work in the background. On disbanded plus 413 Academy, or Rivals as they like to be called, Jump Penny and S's boat name are the tank line. Croissant, Ethan Thunder are the DPS. And Smobra and Run Fluckdawn is the support line, backing it all up. Now, Octave Man, there are a couple people on the bench. We got two people on the bench for Rivals and two people on the bench for Hailstorm. What are we looking at here?
I mean, both teams, they got pretty similar size in terms of their roster, but both teams better come out here. Comp's looking pretty similar. Got the Moira Lucio, similar tank line with the Symmetra on both sides. We're going to see how this goes.
Big difference here might be the Sigma. Let's see if that extra shield is what they needed. Both Sim TPs go up, both go in. The fight breaks out. That's a lot of damage onto the Rivals right away. Jump for kneeling. Curb is down early in the fight. That's a 5v6. You don't want that, but the position kind of favors them. Jump Penny's out, and they open dead. Sino clean it up, takes out Croissant too. That was pretty decisive.
It was pretty decisive. An early pick coming out from Jump Penny, but you know, as the fight goes, Hailstorm, it looks like they're going to take this first percentage. You know, although disbanded, not too far behind, they might be able to come back in here with a pretty early retake.
But look at that build on that Coalescence. Both teams coming up on it very quickly. This looks to be the only ultimate going into this, though. We'll see if that Hawkshot barrier can provide them the sustain they need to make this a long fight. Both teams popping that Coalescence, making that early trade there. Jump, trying to get his shatter up. Wolf is ahead of the advantage right now. Oh, Wolf going a little too aggressive. Takes out. Gets taken out there, and the push is on now. Team moving in. Good night here. Gets caught out in the open. Now it's a 4v6 on the point. Sino takes out another one, though. Is there nothing this man can't do? Curb finds Jump Penny in an awkward position, and Sino takes out another. Curb, Sino, oh my god, they will not stop! Croissant takes Rat out in the end, but Sino crosses up on Croissant, and it's over before it even started. No tick captured.
Wow, it looked really good there going into it for 413 Academy. You know, we saw the Reinhardt and Moira go down really early. That's pretty much your two most important pieces. And somehow, Sino and Hailstorm are able to turn it back around. They're up near 60% here going into this next fight.
An aggressive push coming in here now. And a high note to follow it up. The Curve is on their back, and the Shatters lays them out. The beat is there to save them, but it's not enough for Jump Penny. The pin finishes them off. Those seem to be some ults used in vain, as all that they really needed there was a beat Shatter for the side of Hailstorm there. Kind of a yikes. It looks like Ethan Thunder favoring over to that Pharah. What do you think that's going to bring to the table now?
And I like the Pharah swap. It might be a bit too late, however. They only got about 20 or 15% to work with here, and they just used a lot of it.
Oh my god, it's tough to do anything when Curb's in your back line, taking up triple kills, and a Hawkshot finishes off your tank line with Wolf. Rad's going deep into spawn now. They took out Croissant. Is this going to be 100% to 0? Good lord, let them out of spawn!
Wow, that is a extremely decisive 100 to 0.
Score.
No.
0
I like
to 1.
both comps there, extremely similar. However, it just looks like the playmaking skills of Hailstorm were just there that round. Well, the ult usage, of course, was also extremely good, extremely well paced, rotated really well. You know, we saw in one of those last fights there, Hailstorm, they only used the 2 ults. They used the, I believe, Shatter and Beat. Both of them got value, and then on the other end of things, they used 4 ults. So, and still lost. It's it feels a little bit bad there, but we're gonna see what happens going into this next round. It could go either way still.
Looks like a big change up in the compositions now. Rivals going for more of a long-range pokey. I'm not totally sure. It's a ball Reinhardt, not something you usually see on Li Zhang, but the Curb is pulling out the Junkrat. That's a little more traditional for Hailstorm here. We'll see what team comes out above. Sino going real low off the bat. They would have liked to finish off that Reaper, but not quite. Counterpin comes out. 2 Ryan sitting on the ground in the middle of choke. Jump Penny looking a lot more worse for wear. That Zarya bubble can really come in handy, but Boat Name is trying his best to just boop and be chaotic. He's causing havoc and a lot of HP to do it with. Jump Penny, though, is crucially low, having so much healing resource put into him. Wolf pins and takes him out. Ethan Thunder picking up Sino on the side. Croissant, both DPS doing a lot of work here, but Curb equalizes a little bit. Cobra is in the fight. He attacked Moira with a Coalescence already. That's crazy. Point just unlocks, and there's already a support out on the field. That's a really good build on that.
Really great build. Actually, both Moiras were able to get a Coalescence off. I'm not sure where Maris went there. However, I think the ball has been a great pick here so far. It's a little bit unorthodox, but as long as you can, you know, steer clear of those Junkrat traps, I think it'll get a huge amount of value.
We'll see now. Sino switched over to the Kree, and they're coming in here on the approach. Bubbles used. They go in aggressive, but there's the boat. Jump Penny, the Shatter comes out. Oh, the repeat Shatter. Oh my goodness! But Hawkshot picks up 2 out of it anyway. Wolf cannot survive that, despite how much healing they've thrown for into him. But Sino's still alive, healthy, picking off people on the sides. DPS after DPS. Sino's like, just keep them coming. I'll keep nailing these shots. Can't stop me.
Boat Name just there to stall for a little bit longer, but in the end it's going to go to Hailstorm. Although 44% accrued on that point, not terrible for a first fight. So Hailstorm's going to get their chance to get some percentage.
Jump Penny eats an early stun. They want to play this aggressive, the grab, the beat. Counter pins coming out, tire too. There's a lot of ultimates going into this for Hailstorm. They're really banking on a win here.
Absolutely, and it looks like they're going to get it. Not an extremely decisive fight, but it's enough to push Academy all the way back to their spawn here. Gonna see if they can come back. They got some good ults here, so.
I think Rivals is really starting to come alive now. We're starting to see them, you know, play to their strengths. It's not gonna be decisive anymore. It's gonna be kind of chaotic with this ball in the mix. Oh, a flank Hainu takes out one, and Croissant takes out another. East Thunder is putting the team on his back right now. Croissant, the DPS carry, question mark. Joe Penny takes out right at the end just to say, hey, I'm here too, watch the hammer.
Absolutely, what a great fight for them. What an extremely important fight win for them. They're gonna be able to get up past that 50% mark. Honestly, I think this ball is working very well. Boatname is controlling space really well, not letting their DPS get very comfortable. They're not letting them, you know, take positions. They're doing really well right now.
Alright, Wolf's coming up on the Shatter right now. It's brutally landed, but he can't die to a Fire Strike if he needs to land a Shatter. Sino takes out Croissant on the side, but I don't think that's enough. You lose your main tank, you kind of lost the fight already. A good retreat, though, means that nobody loses their life, except for Rad, who catches a Fire Strike. And again, Jump Penny's just sniping people right now.
Absolutely, and they're just going to hold them right here at this spawn. With this ball, they can control this space really, really well. So
they can't control it. Sino, though, who says, my headshots don't care about your space. Jump Penny's looking worse for wear. The beat comes out, but the grab is there. Scary times to be alive. Jump Penny doesn't have to worry about that anymore, though. Kerr picks up a double with the tire, and Sino takes out East Thunder on the side. Hawkshaw finishes off the Moira, and I think that's the last remaining remnants of a fight put up by Rivals. 47% take it up. It's one fight territory. Rivals just got to take that one. Croissant moves over to the Genji. We see a blade coming out. What do you think, Ock?
Possibly. I mean, we got 99% here. I think they can build up their ults, maybe get a nice blade off. That could definitely be a round ender.
Big Shatter lays them out, followed up by Sino, but that wasn't really necessary. I don't think so. Rad Kerr pretty much had that handled. Sino taking out the Lucio just for fun.
Absolutely, and that's gonna push them all the way back to their spawn. That's another 30% here already agreed on the side of Hailstorm here. They're getting potentially close to making this 99.99.
Jump Penny's low again. He's taking a lot of damage. Doesn't quite have that Zarya bubble to sustain him. Beat comes out, keeping Wolf popped off nice and healthy. Ball ultimate behind them, but they don't seem to care. Grab, but the Shatter gets blocked, so it's a free grab going in for him now. Curve takes out, jumps in that middle of that grab, and it's a tough life for a main tank. Sino takes out Croissant on the side. Smolfra takes out Wolf. That's a lot. Another coalescence. Smolfra's been very good at building this game. Curve takes out Ethan Thunder, though I don't think it'll be enough, no matter how much the support line puts into it. Hawkshaw takes out, Sino takes out, and it's over before it starts. The ball is in a trap, and it's a sad, sad fate for a hamster. Tired to finish it off.
And that'll be Lijiang Tower going to 4-1-3 Hailstorm. That's going to make it 1-0 for them. Although on that first point, not a whole lot of fight put up, but on that second point at 99.99, I think we're seeing a little bit of life here.
Yeah, I agree, I was like, right after that first map, I was like, yeah, we can call it now, GG, go home, Hailstorm got it, but after that second point, I think Rivals came back with the fury. They really wanted to show up, and if it keeps going in this kind of a trend, I see a good game coming up here.
Absolutely. I mean, Rivals doesn't have a whole lot of experience playing together. But I mean, they were able to play towards their strengths. Boatname was able to play that ball, played really well on it. They made it really close. So I think this is going to be great for them.
Absolutely. Now let's talk about a little bit what kind of things we're expecting coming into this next match here. Do you think we're going to keep leaning and this Rivals get stronger and stronger every game here? Is this an anime, or is Hailstorm just going to come back overwhelming, crushing force? You know, control centers tend to be that kind of a map, right?
Mm-hmm. You know, I think it's going to be super close this whole way through, but I think the only way we're going to find out is by watching the rest of this game, which I think we're going to do a 3-minute intermission here. So,
absolutely. So stick around, everybody. I sign off real quick, and we'll leave you with a little bit of ad and a little bit of smooth music.
We'll be right back.
Love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah. No, I don't wanna waste what's left. And until I walk awake, scream my mind, I shout, the ground shakes. How much
Traveling
Alrighty, everybody, we're coming back here on Eichenwald, a great hybrid map here. And Octave, what are you thinking about this map?
Eichenwald, I mean, it's a pretty crazy map. Anything can happen here. I think we're going to see a little bit more of the ball, considering Boatname is so good at it. But, you know, it's kind of up in the air. We might see some Pharah. We might see some snipers. You know, it could be a little bit of anything on Eichenwald here. What do you think?
Absolutely. You know what? I think my preference here would be to see a dive, but knowing these two teams, I'm seeing some pretty hard brawl coming out, I think.
Yeah.
But let's see what happens when they lock in. Curve favoring a Torb. I think he's just teasing with us, but we can be sure of at least the blue team here coming out looking for a pretty much brawl look. Standard Grab Dragons combo. Nothing too complicated, which is kind of what you expect, right, Octave?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I wouldn't expect really anything else. I mean, the hard brawl comp, it's kind of a staple, so... I think we're going to see that. I think we're going to see it from both sides, actually, and considering we already have the Rein Zarya on that side, I think Rad's going to switch over to the Moira, or maybe it'll go the other way.
Do you think the Rein Zarya is perhaps the easier composition to play?
It kind of depends what team you are, but you know, both of them are hard in their own ways, so...
Alright, so here we go. The engage is happening. We're looking at a Kree Genji coming out. It'll be interesting to see how they make this work.
Absolutely, looks like they're hanging back a little bit before pushing in, and they're going to speed right in here.
Oh, they speed around, catch Jump Penny, none the wiser, and they take point presence. That was swift. Sino deleted Jump Penny there. That was a stun and done. And they're kind of all split now. Moira's stretching, they get those heals off. Boatname goes down, Sino, they're all picking them apart now. That was decisive movement if I've ever seen it.
Extremely decisive there. That's a great maneuver, speeding around that pillar, catching Jumping off guard, and Sino hits a big stun to put him out of commission. And it's going to catch him again here.
That's 2 deaths to Sino now. Jump Penny has. He's probably feeling a little bit awkward about them right about now.
Absolutely. They're going to push way up here. They're going to let Rad push this cart. Well, they're going to almost take this bridge here on Eichenwald close to
Now, what do you know? I was wrong. Here we go. We see the dive. There's the ball. There's the monkey. That's exactly the kind of composition I want to see coming out to counter this brawl team.
I absolutely agree. I think it's going to work a lot better for them, considering Jump Penny doesn't have to deal with that Ryan 1v1.
Oh, it's not going to look so good, though, when Kurt pulls a blade. Takes one out immediately, but Ron LeFloc is there to answer. Midnight Mirror there. Sino, Hawkshaw, all taking out counterparts.
Everyone,
Tough to get much done.
Everyone getting in the kill feed there, and it's another decisive fight going the way of Hailstorm. Only a couple picks from the side of Academy. So far, it's been a little bit of stop so far on Eichenwald. We're gonna see if the Academy here can turn this around.
So Octave here, tell me about how long you know Hailstorm has been playing together.
Oh, it's been a long time. They're probably the oldest team on 413 from all of them, and Academy's one of the newest, so it's gonna be a little tough.
Oh, grab coming out. Penny takes out Wolf. That's his boat name. They're coming back in this fight. Sino goes down. The rookies are coming in here, looking pretty fly, if I must say so myself. Midnight Mirror is off the map. That's kind of one of the bloopers. Curve is making this work, but Ethan Thunder says no. Hawkshaw goes down. Curve does not escape. Jump Penny can help it. And Ethan Thunder kind of brought the thunder there. That was exactly the kind of retake we were looking for.
And now they're coming up on a blade, which is going to be gigantic. Alt Bank's looking rather similar, except Hailstorm does have that beat, which is going to be a huge difference maker here.
Crucially, that one ultimate that can just utterly cancel out this blade and could really just win them the fight here if they're not careful. They're coming up through the underneath, pushing right onto the back line. Ethan Thunder in a bad spot, takes early damage and goes down. Sino does not miss those shots apparently. Cannot test this man. Croissant doesn't miss them either though. Sino, what are you doing, buddy? No shield out in Nose Man's land, and Hanzo says, yes please. They've rotated all the way around them now into this awkward kind of situation at the back. The Coalescence is there, just kind of giving him a good hose, but I don't know if it'll get anything done. Croissant, though, has determined to put him on the backpack, and there's another Coalescence. But it doesn't matter. Croissant's taking him out. Curve hits Croissant, though. That was carried. Off the map! There's the boops. The ball gets the boops. It's just a lone Lucio, sad and alone on the cart now.
What a gigantic boop. That was a Coalescence, and Moira is able to boop her right off the map. That is a huge kill. However, this sound barrier from the side of Hailstorm is still there, but as well as the blade. So this next fight is going to be absolutely crucial in terms of who's going to be taking this map.
Crucial or chaotic? That's a lot of Qs that can be pressed all at once.
A little bit of both, I'd say.
Oh, and here's our first one. Tanks are looking a little less than healthy on their way up the stairs. Sino takes out Croissant, though. That's a big pick. Thunder takes out that beat before it ever lands. That's huge. That blade is coming in so clutch, taking out Sino as well. And it looks like back to the drawing board if you're Hailstorm.
And that beat was used there, so you know, that's a great ult to have them used on the other team. So.
And Wolf gets staggered out, so it's going to be an extra little 10 seconds there while the Reinhardt comes back into this fight.
Absolutely. Curb's going to go over to this Reaper. We're going to see if that's going to be able to do anything. That's a great swap in my opinion. It's going to be really good against Jumppenny, who tends to be extremely aggressive. He's going to take a lot of damage from that Reaper.
That's what we're looking for here. Rad kind of caught it in the open, kind of giving Croissant that angle there. There's some McCree shots coming in. They're making this rotation onto the high ground. Sino catches Ethan Thunder unaware though. I ended his career, and the Shadow comes down, taking out a support line too. The tanks are in the back line, but I don't think it's going to be enough. That Rig is just so good at shutting them down. Jumppenny dies to Curb, just as you predicted. And SS boat name is just kind of like rolling around, hoping, waiting, wishing, wanting. Maybe he doesn't die today.
It looks like Academy's going to be able to get another fight here. The boat name can just swoop in from behind here.
Now Ball is very, very good on this part of the map. A lot of boop opportunities. We've already seen one. Let's see if we get a couple nodes. Double sport outs coming out the gate. There's the boop. Croissant gets one. Somber gets another. The high noon is there, but is it a zoning or is it killing? Ah, it takes out Jumppenny. That's not bad, but there's an answer. Sino down. Sombra, my bad. Take that Hawkshot and Ethan Thunder. Brings the Thunder down on Wolf.
What an absolutely gigantic fight to have won. Boat name with another boop onto Mare, on a Midnight Mare there. And hey, if you look at the ult banks, Hailstorm doesn't have a whole lot going for them, whereas there's 3 ults on the side of Academy here, and especially they've got that blade, which is going to be huge. So they have nothing to answer it. So I think this fight, unless we see some ults, is going to go to the side of Academy.
It seems like we're going for the same strat here again, up and underneath. It might work, but it hasn't worked the last couple times, so it'll be interesting to see what they do different this time. That blade comes into the back line there, swinging and hacking, slashing. Curb's not looking so healthy, but Sino finishes them off. Jumppenny's in there too. He's swinging and hacking and slashing, and Sino doesn't survive through him. That's a 3-man shadow. Wolf pins Sombra out of the fight as his boat name takes out Curb with the ult, but Hawkshaw answers with Croissant, and Rad answers with Run the Fuck. And I think this is going to be a Hailstorm point, unless this boat name can stall for much too long. 3, 2, 1, overtime starting up. Jumppenny's in there for the touch. And here we go, there's a rally to sustain. I think Hailstorm's going to look nice and pretty throughout this whole fight here, no worries at all. But they pop the Coalescence as well. They have to double support all to commit into this. But the other team commits to support all these too. They lose Coalescence there, kind of gets fragged pretty fast. Maybe not how they wanted that to go. I think someone made a missed call there. That was not winnable, Mombra, to confirm.
Yeah, unfortunate there from the side of Academy, but they did hold them for a long period of time, held them to overtime. They're only going to have a minute 20 to be able to cap this 3rd point. And again, ult banks looking pretty similar, except for
wholesale changes though. The whole composition just swapped up, except for the support line there. It looks like rivals are coming in here to brawl it out. Grab. And Sino's in there deleting Curve. Blossoms takes out 3. Croissant answers with 1, but is it going to be enough? He answers with 2. Maybe he gets a Tracer too, or the Tracer gets him. Sino, too good for that kind of shenanigans. He says, nope, I'm the kit playmaker. Here's my highlight. The beat comes out, sustaining Jumppenny as he swings for dear life on that point. Wolf flips over to Wrecking Ball to get back into the offense faster. Kind of a sacrifice, but he didn't really have that much shadow built up. Curb goes down. Smombra, the offensive Moira. Oh, but are we about to see a back cap?
Oh my
God, it's a back cap! Sino's on the boy!
Sino got it! Absolutely crazy. The back cap goes through. That's going to give them a 30-second time bank.
To 3.
What a huge C9.
I think I need a feels weird in the chat right about now.
What a play. Absolutely crazy from Sino. And I mean, considering the best Hailstorm could have hoped for there was probably an overtime push, and Sino lets them put a little bit of time on that clock, which is huge, especially in hybrid maps.
Absolutely. This definitely makes it from drawable or winnable to definitely winnable now.
Absolutely. Once you got some time on that clock, it makes things a lot easier in round 2, especially if Academy is able to capture all 3 of these points. Having some time on the clock is absolutely crucial.
So what did you see working better there? Was it the brawl or was it the dive coming out from Rivals?
I think it was a little bit of both. I mean, first point was basically completely rolled by that brawl style from Hailstorm. However, when we saw that dive come out, they were really able to stump Hailstorm on this second point, held them for a long time there. So, I think both worked pretty well, and I think it was kind of a back and forth.
Here's a look we haven't seen since 2019. It's a double shield with Orisa Sigma. And how do they plan on playing this as Sino is still in that creep pick and Curb is on that Junkrat? There's going to be a lot of damage coming out, but I wonder if they anticipate this Ethan Thunder, bringing the thunder from the skies, that Fark Mecha Queen.
Absolutely. Double shield has kind of made a resurgence as of late in competitive, considering the patch.
Oh, it looks like they're going for the same rotation that Hailstorm did in the previous match, and they have not caught them unaware this time. They are taking point control, but Sino is there. Jump goes down. Curb takes out Smombra. The ball pile driver goes in, and Quasson picks off Curb. But is that going to be enough to turn it around so quickly? Ethan Thunder picks up another, but Sino answers. Ever the consistency, man. And Ethan Thunder, kind of a blooper goal. However, Ronda Fluck takes out Sino, and Wolf takes out Quasson. It's like a 2v1 on the point right now. 3v1. And just a Lucio to stell the tail. Will he escape? The Hulk pulls him back, looking kind of low, but the rest of the team's coming in. That respawn advantage is so crucial right now. It's just Narissa and 2 supports. Can they maintain this? The Junkrat comes back. Trap is down. Jump Penny goes down to Wolf. That's kind of a misplay. Ronda Flux takes that Curb. That window's gone up. Rad just got 10 times as lethal. And of course, with that new window patch making it nice and thick, Ethan Thunder takes out Sino, but not before Sino can trade him out. And Rad with that extra damage, man, I would be scared. Terrified. Croissant goes down. Rad is a killer. Natural born instincts.
Rad
the
in that
beast.
Fight. Absolute beast in that fight. Taking out a few, and his Discord orbs especially were huge. Again, in that first fight, Jump Penny went down early just because of that incredible Discord orb. Huge plays from him.
There's that over. Supercharger coming down, one of the most influential ults in the game. All that damage being poured out. Croissant cannot live. Neither can Smombra apparently. Jump Penny takes it out, but that immortality field is there to protect against Tin. Beat Trans to answers. I think Trans is a little better there, especially Curse. I think so too. And that's the end of Jump Penny and Run to Flag. Ethan is there to take out Curb, but Sino answers back with Boat Name. And it's just a lone Tracer in the back line here. Can they survive on this epic flank? Or nope, apparently Wolf is going to cut them down.
They're going to get cleaned up here. That was a lot of ults, however, coming out from the side of Hailstorm. That was 4 there. The Supercharger, both DPS ults, and the Trance as well came out. So if there's going to be any fight that Academy's going to win, it's got to be this one. What
are they going to do, though? Hawkshaw's got this flux. It could be all that they need. Jump Penny's caught in it. He's not looking very healthy. Discord's on him. They both go down. That's a 2k to the flux. The ball ultimate is on the ground, but I don't think it's going to do anything when you're already missing 3 players, and one of them is your main tank. Zenyatta's just kind of mate for a Tracer in the back line, but Junkrats tend to have something to say about Tracers.
Absolutely catastrophic. There are a couple ults coming up from the side of Academy, and they got nothing for it. Now ult banks, they're looking pretty similar. It's going to be pretty tough here.
Big window time. Jump Penny cannot stand the heat.
They're going to back off real quick from here. Rad taking out another one. It's going to be a little tough here. Only a couple ults. Only a couple ults on both sides. Rad coming up to that next Transcendence, which is going to be huge, saving off Jump Penny and Smoker.
There's the Shatter. Lays out 3. Immortality Field is there to sustain. The Trance is there to keep him up. And now to regress. They're coming very close to a couple ults here. Rad comes out of Transcendence onto a kill. Can this man be stopped? He hasn't even died yet, has he? Wolf takes out Jump Penny and Hawkshaw answers with Smombra. Sino takes out Croissant in that duel there, and Curb is coming in with the Pulse Bomb. He lands it onto Boat Name. Sino taking out another.
Rad again with big plays, and it's going to be pretty tough for Academy here, considering there's 4 ults on the other side of things.
Supercharger in a window, that's so much damage. This is like a meat grinder that's just trying to walk through right now. Boat Name makes it through, so does the Tracer, but I don't think anyone else does here. There's the touch. Rad is thirsty though. That's his first death of the defense. You can't let that happen. Passant is fishing for it right now, but Wolf says no.
It looks like it is over now. No one able to touch, and that is map number 2 going over to 4-1-3 Hailstorm. They're going to go up to a 2-0. Wow. What do you think of that one there?
Man, I think they need to deal with Rad there. His Zenyatta just got absolutely too much value. He just never died.
Rad on that defense, absolutely shining. Big transcendences, big Discord orbs, some great target focus, and of course a few frags of his own. Some great plays coming out from the entirety of Hailstorm on a beautiful defense here.
However, 20 sound barriers provided. That shows a certain amount of support capabilities coming out on 4-3 rivals as well. They definitely showing it up a bit. What do you think? What do you think really needs to change here if you're to the disbanded plus the academy team?
I mean, I think you need a little bit more cohesion there. Obviously, it's tough because they haven't been playing together for all that long. However, you know, I think the cohesion is really what's setting them apart here. But you know, I think we're gonna figure out if they can, you know, turn things around in this next map. So,
you think they need to change up their lineup a little bit? I know they got Gustavo sitting there on the bench there. Maybe they gotta sub him in. You think that would change it up?
Jumpin' and Gustavo tend to have a pretty similar play style. I don't know if that will make a huge difference. However, seeing Gustavo get some playtime would be pretty nice. I think we're going into a 3-minute intermission here, so I do believe we'll be back in a few.
Yeah, okay, everybody. We're coming up on the next match, and we'll see you there. Keep watching, and we'll go to a quick ad break. All right, everybody, let's get started, get hype. Volskaya Industries coming up next. And we have a couple substitutions coming in here. Spencini subbing out Hawkshaw, who I thought was playing pretty well, but let's see. Spencini's got a whole other kind of look to him. And Thanatos coming in for Rad. Rad was kind of dominant. What do you think this sub's going to do here, Octave?
You know, I think Hailstorm just wants to get a few of their players in to play a couple maps. I don't blame them. I don't think either of these substitutions is a downgrade. Although Rad was absolutely on fire, I think they do want to get Fan in for at least a map. So, you know, I don't think it's anything in terms of strategy or anything strategic. I think it's just getting their players in for some playtime.
Oh, do you think this is maybe a little bit of overconfidence, though? Do you think Hailstorm's thinking, okay, it's going to be over in this map. We got to start subbing in other players here? Do you think this might play to their downfall as Rivals comes up from the ashes?
You know, I wouldn't doubt that Academy would be able to put, you know, a map win together. Although I don't think Hailstorm is getting too overconfident. Again, I don't think the players they put in are downgrades by any means. So again, they got some wiggle room here. So
absolutely. What kind of compositions do you think are coming out here? Now that I asked that, of course, the lobby's loaded in, and we're going to double shield on the side of. Whoa, they've switched places. We're going for Brawl versus Double Shield, but this time it's Rivals on the Double Shield, and it's looking like Hailstorm on the Brawl. What do you think this means, Octave?
I love the Double Shield look. I don't exactly... Again, I don't know all these players' hero pools, although, and like Smobra isn't usually a support player, so I don't know how she's on the Zen. So I like the Double Shield look. I think it could be crazy successful, and again, I don't think there's really anything different from the side of Hailstorm. They're running the same old, what they've been running all game. Especially if Fan runs the Lucio or even an Ana.
Oh, but no, we're looking at a Mei coming out here. So do you think this Mei's going to catch anyone unaware? That aggressive jump penny is going to get smushed?
I love the Mei here. I absolutely love the Mei. Especially Blizzards are going to be huge against this double shield comp. So we're going to see how it goes here.
Risky moves trying to go for the mirror match here, but This might be Rivals answering back, hey, we can play different compositions too. Thanatos is on Zen though, teased us with the Ana and made us wrong. The Zen is coming out as well, and they're rotating onto this high ground, denying that Ashe sightline. I don't mind this at all, but it looks like Thanatos is staying back. He's a sniper of his own. And they're coming out from this mega room they've got control of now, but they're not looking very healthy. Jumpenny takes off Midnight Mirror, and Croissant takes up 2. Spetsini and Sino go down. 3 for Croissant! And as this Boatname takes out Wolf, Croissant gets a 4K in that fight. This Ashe is popping off right now. 70% to his ult charge already. And that's going to be a very quick ball up for this next fight.
Absolutely, that's exactly what you want to see from this double shield meta. You want to see that Ashe pumping a huge amount of damage, especially on those tanks, especially on those supports. It's incredibly huge here. And Curb's going to switch off the Mei, which I don't know about, but I know Curb is pretty comfortable on that.
I think they're just looking for a wombo combo here, but it looks like they're finding it. Midnight Mirror popping that coalesce, it's keeping everyone healthy, and Curb just kind of rolls over Boatname. Spenzini takes out Jumpenny, and Curb takes out another Run to Flux. Spenzini takes out another, and Sombra and Wolf takes out Ethan Thunder. Curb for a 3K this fight, and it looks like the snipers are just answering each other. 4K, 3K, who cares? We roll.
Absolutely. I was just kind of wondering what that Bob was doing up there. He was on the other side of the window overlooking point. I don't know how he got there, but you know, that'll be a relatively quick point 1 take from the side of Hailstorm, and they're going to roll right into the second point pretty quickly if this double shield combo is not ready for it.
Awful lot of ults coming out, though, or are ready to come out, sorry, for the side of Rivals here. I think this next couple holds will be pretty hard to get through, especially with picks like that coming out of Croissant. Man, this guy's aim must be cracked. This is exactly the kind of stuff we need to see coming out of this DPS duo if they want to send this any further. Ethan Thunder bringing the Thunder down on Thanatos. Sino taking a little dip in the pool, you know, it's a little cold out there. I might have advised a coat there, Sino, but
that was the fight win right there without using a single one of their 5 ults they have, which is gigantic. Obviously, Hailstorm, they're pretty close to most of their ults, but the ult advantage is definitely going to the side of Attacker right now. So we're going to see how this goes. They
got to be very careful here. All they got is that trans, that crucial trans to block this grab dragons coming up. There's the shatter, lays down a bunch. You don't usually see that against double shield, but the Jumpenny here and is fluxing them out of this world. The big window, and Ethan Thunder, look at all those assists on Wolf. The curve goes down to the High Noon, and Midnight Mirror is quick to follow, and that's going to be back to the drawing board for this team. And it looks like they're going for the exit picks. Croissant hits the shot, and Ethan Thunder follows it up.
Wow, what an absolute frag from Ethan Thunder with the help of Ron Flockendon there as well with a gigantic window. It's going to help him take out 3, and he's also going to get that exit kill, which is gigantic. A great
Alright, awesome. So here's that age-old question. It's if he's hot, you know him. If he's not, where's Sino?
Where's Sino? We're going to see if he can pull up with a big Death Blossom here, and obviously the grab drag combo as well coming up for them. In
fact, Sino is the only player in Volskaya Industries so far to not get a 3K as a DPS player. So, where's Sino?
Where's Sino? Hopefully we see him soon.
They're just kind of waiting out the supercharger, but Ethan Thunder rains down on Thanatos. It's the second time he's been early on caught out of position. Thanatos might want to watch his head because Ethan Thunder has it clocked right now.
Absolutely, some great picks coming up for Ethan Thunder. He is really putting in the damage right now, getting plenty of picks. This is going to be an interesting one because, you know, if you can hold point 2, it gives you a really good look going into attack.
Oh, Thanatos almost lost his head to an Ashe this time too. A lot of damage being pumped into him.
Absolutely, and especially even
the
Ashe
Bob is ready. It's going to come down to who uses the ultimates first here. They're making that approach. The Bob goes in. Wolf's barrier is very low, and Jumpenny picks up Midnight Mirror. Sino pops off into the kill feed, finally taking out Run to Flock, but I think it's a little too late. Ethan Thunder is there to smash the Blossom. Croissant picks up a 2K, and it's all over with the crying.
Sino did pick up 2 there. I think he's getting a little bit more comfortable, but that Death Blossom got canceled, unfortunately, and he's going to go over to the Kree here, which I don't hate that move. There's a lot of shields in his way, however, you know, if he can really get them, I think he's going to be deadly.
Looks like Hailstorm's making that move over to double shield right now. It looks like they want to keep their grab dragon combo, but I get the feeling that it's going to be Narissa Sigma shortly after this.
I don't disagree with that. I think they're going to use this grab drag combo considering how good it is. They just haven't had the chance to use it yet. They didn't get picked too early.
Oh, here's the grab. Where's the dragons? There's the trance. You gotta put a little more extra damage into that if it's gonna work. Otherwise, it's just all for naught. SS boat name takes out one, and they're falling like flies. And Curb takes a jump off the map, but Jump Penny actually counts it for himself. And Sino, oh, there he is. He does show up in the kill feed, just kind of on the wrong side right now. Let's see if he can bring it back around. Our last Hailstorm match MVP was Sino. Let's see, where's Sino?
Absolutely. Well, he got 2 in that last fight. I mean, considering Hailstorm hasn't been getting a lot of picks here, Sino does have a good percentage of them. So I wouldn't say he's doing terribly here, but you know, I think something needs to change here on the side of Hailstorm.
Penny picking up Spencini, though, is not what you want for this double shield look. They want to get into there, slow push, be aggressive in their own very slow, pushy kind of way, not die in a very uh-oh kind of way.
Absolutely, yeah. We see Curb switch over to the Soldier. I don't know if I agree with this one that much, considering there are just so many shields in the way. He's not going to be able to put in crazy consistent damage. You know, hopefully Hailstorm can maybe get something going.
It's the big window, but the big eat out of Wolf right now. He's got a lot of health, very healthy. Thanatos beat comes down. Everyone's going very healthy right now, except for the tank line of rivals. They're both very low. Sombra takes out Spencini, though. Ethan Thunder answers Thanatos, and Curve answers the Ethan Thunder. Maybe getting a little overly greedy. Sombra takes out Wolf. Sino, there he is. Takes out Run the Vlog. Midnight Mirror takes out Sombra. Sino's looking pretty low. Croissant finishes him off with 62 HP remaining. Midnight Mirror takes out Jumpenny. It's 2 men against the world. Croissant makes it 1 man. And that's his boat name just clears out Midnight Mirror.
Wow.
That's a full hold on point 2.
Wow, what a great hold from them. There's the life we were talking about earlier. You know, we're seeing just that little spark of life for them. I think it can, if they're not careful, I think it can erupt here. I want to point out on that defense, the heroics of Ron Flocadon on that Baptiste. Absolutely crazy. His windows were huge value, except for maybe that last one. Other than that, the windows were fantastic. The Immortality Field at the end, absolute fight changer. If that Immortality Field is not there, 3 members of Academy go down, that fight goes completely differently. So some great plays coming out from him.
100%, I agree. What do you think about this this Curb pick here, going for the Soldier against the Ashe pick? Do you think the Mirror would have been better? What would you have liked to have seen there?
Honestly, I'm not 100% sure. It's such a tough situation considering Academy's ult usage was so good. Their ult rotation was almost flawless. You know, it's really tough once Academy gets that sort of ult advantage going. It's really tough to break through it. So I wouldn't really say it's anyone's fault in particular. Although I would say the Soldier pick wasn't exactly amazing. I don't know what else you could really go to.
It's tough, right? I mean, Soldier, his attack visor's not bad, but technically, if you look at the headshot damage, it decreases his total damage output, whereas Bob is kind of like really great for contesting, dealing damage, displacing, and you still have your full ability for headshots while Bob's on the process. So I think Ashe just kind of overall a better pick there than the Soldier, but it's looking like a dive against a brawl here, and this is exactly the kind of way that Hailstorm that we know of likes to play.
Absolutely. I like this pick. I like the dive defense. They're going to be able to get right on their backline here.
Croissant already looking kind of low. Reaper's not usually the kind of target you want to die, but when you have antis like that, why not just go for it? Sombra dies instantly. Croissant answers with Wolf, though, kind of getting a little over-aggressive, perhaps. Penny's angry for this Mercy, but I don't think he's going to get it. Croissant picks it up in the end. Spencini takes out the Zarya, and it's over, I think.
Well, I don't know. It's still pretty even on this point. Croissant's going to get banned as well.
Yeah, I think this is going for rivals here. Curb takes out Ethan Thunder on the side, but it'll take a Miracle Blade. He must be Shadowburn to turn this around.
Absolutely, yeah. It looks like this is going to go the way of Academy. Once this Sombra gets off the point, of course. And, you know, although there was a huge anti from Thanatos there, you know, it just wasn't enough, which is unfortunate because that anti was gigantic, and it also got a pick.
Going on to double shield now. It'll be an interesting look. Not something we've seen since a while ago, but this match seems to favor it a lot. The rock onto Jumpenny puts him in his place pretty fast. The blade in the back line. Sombra dies quickly. Jumpenny's in the front line though. Reckoner Havoc. Sino answers him. Curve takes out 3 with the blade. 4 ending off on boat name. And it's back to the drawing board for rivals.
Absolutely. And Hailstorm finally able to stabilize there. 5 minutes, 30 seconds on the side of Academy to be able to get just this one tick. It is no longer winnable for Hailstorm. And look at the old banks here. I mean, considering Hailstorm had to switch up their entire comp, it's gonna look a little bit tough to defend.
And it's incoming, I think. That can be their one and only win here. They've got to use it to counter the beat and the shatter and the blossom and the nano. Like there's a lot of ultimates about to come online here. Jump Penny goes for the aggressive shatter and gives his life for it. There's the EMP shutting down everybody. The blossom's in the back line, but I don't think it's enough. Sino takes out Smallbra, and that's his boat name. Ronda Flug answers to the Sino, but it might be too little too late. You kind of need a full team wipe on these 2 maps. Wolf takes out Ronda Flug on the way out. And it looks like the Genji will escape for nothing with half HP.
Yeah, it's, I mean, a lot of picks going both ways, but I mean, if it's a lot of picks going both ways on 2 CP, the fight's gonna go the way of the defender. So, and a big EMP coming out from Sino, caught 4 there. Big EMP, and he also kills 2. He's here now. He has officially arrived.
There's the Coalescence, there's the Blade. Really great engage. Wolf goes down immediately. Sino answers onto the Coalescing Warrior, though. There's the beat to sustain them all, but Sino takes out Jump Penny, too. This man can't be stopped all of a sudden.
Oh, and it's gonna be captured.
And
there's a map going away.
4. I didn't think we'd see this one coming. You think that's a bit of hubris coming out from Hailstorm there? Or do you think Rivals just has their number now and we're going to a map 5?
I mean, I don't think this was Hailstorm being too overconfident and playing down to their opponent. Honestly, I think this was I think this was Academy playing really, really well. Awesome, some really good ult rotation. Some really good plays coming out from everyone, especially Croissant and the support line. And even though there was some heroics from Curb and Sino near the end there, obviously going up against 5.5 minutes, it's a little tough to defend one tick there.
True enough, and that was a pretty good play there from Curb. We saw at the end, maybe not enough, but like I said, these DPS are just going insane. 3K, 4K, absolutely. It's like they're throwing it away like candy, and that's the stuff we love to see, isn't it?
Absolutely, you love to see it. It's some exciting Overwatch. Obviously, better than GOATs.
I would agree. That I'm waiting for that Sino Widow to come out, man. That's going to be so beautiful. A grapple shot, headshot. That's what we all like to see, am I right? So going into the next one, this is a Skort. Not something we get to see very often. A lot of the matches I've been casting, at least recently, have been going to 3-0s. But what do you think? What kind of map types do you think we're going to see? It's losers' picks. So Hailstorm, where do you think we're going?
I'm not 100% sure where they're going. I don't know exactly what Hailstorm likes to play. I think they might go for something like maybe Junkertown, something like that. Not 100% sure, but we'll see going into this next map after this 3-minute intermission.
Absolutely here. So we'll give you guys that little tidbit of an idea. Where do you think Hailstorm's going next? Put it in the chat, please, and I'll see you in the next match.
Yeah, we'll see you there.
One v6, they can't move. They just kind of walk this payload in for free. Do you think that Rivals is going to actually get a touch here?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they will. See, that's where the double sniper shines, right there, just like that. Are they going to touch? They will.
Rad takes out Jump Penny on Ethan Thunder, takes out Curb, but Sino answers back with Croissant for a second time. The transit there to counter the Bob. Was that even really necessary? The Valk was popped and then not a lot of value gained from it.
Yeah, it's fair to stall. I don't hate that move. It could have been used a little bit better, but it also wasn't completely valueless.
Definitely got outvalued by the trans there. Here comes the Blade. It's a Nano Blade. Takes out Rad right off the bat. Trying for Thanatos, but the boost gestures on the feet just kind of messed him up there, and Hawkshot takes out Ethan Thunder. Croissant answering back with Thanatos, though. You jump in the air to avoid the blade, you get your head popped off.
Absolutely. See, that blade, it was big, but not just for the kills. I think it was also big. It bought Academy a lot of space. It bought them a lot of time for their respawns to get back. Really big plays. Curb gonna get smoked at the last second there, although it's really low.
That's a really good pick there. Of course, the Mercy cannot res herself, so it's gonna be a long walk back from spawn if somebody doesn't go ferry her pretty quick.
No one can hide from
Sights comes out, so they know someone's ferrying her. They know they can get aggressive right now.
Yeah, they're for now are just hanging back, and Smobra is now
Playing
back.
impatiently anyway, but now the Mercy's back and it's a 6v6 again. Both Sigmas flux at the same time. One flux looks a little bigger than the other. Smashes down, ending Smobra. Jump Penny goes down. Croissant goes down. Ronda Flux goes down. Sino picks off both names' face. And it's just Ethan Thunder in the back line. Quickly ended by Thanatos, and the point is capped.
What a great fight. Hawkshot with a gigantic flux. And obviously, targets floating in the air. Pretty easy targets for your two snipers, Sino and Curb. Pretty deadly on it. Both of them combined are going to take out 4. And,
Flux or not, apparently Curb just finds support players before games, like, as a pastime, right? Like, yeah, I do crosswords, Curb finds support players. That's how we're going to do this.
Yeah,
Sino's on off angle here, looking for the picks. Curb's on the high ground, just raining in the damage.
Absolutely. See this double sniper. Look at the angles they're taking. Absolutely deadly. Double shield. They're gonna set up right here on this right side. Jump down onto them.
There's the big window. There's the dragons through the window. Sino takes out Croissant on the side. Sino takes out Smobra. This man is hopping off. I think he heard the comments I made before and wanted to show. Nope, I got the Genji too. My God. Now this is the MVP candidate we know coming back into his stride.
Absolutely, he is really showing off what he's got. He knows what he can do. We all know what he can do.
Curb just put that on a 6 feet under, dude. He says, no, I put you there, you're gonna stay.
Absolutely. No big plays here from Hailstorm, and they're rolling through with a pretty comfortable 4-minute time bank going into point number 3. This double sniper comp is going to be even more powerful on this point as well. If Academy here doesn't watch their sidelines, it's going to be a little bit of an ugly one.
Yeah, they're going to start losing their heads real fast. Curb's got that sights up. He's looking through a little tiny crack in a couple boxes. This is the scary time. They have a chance to stop this Nano Blade. Do you think it's going to be enough, or he's going to get it? Oh, it looks like Wolf is going to go down. That's just barely, but that's enough value. That's going to win the fight, or at least stall him out some time, unless Sino answers back right now. Nope, Croissant's got the headshot, and Sino goes down. It's kind of easy when he gets halted into place. That's a good coordination from the main tank and main DPS there. Ethan Thunder finding Thanatos in a corner there, just kind of like, hey, you don't see me, I don't see you.
I also like to point out the great angle that Hawkshot took there is really able to box in the members of Hailstorm, really able to end that fight. Neither team really has a ton of ults. 2 on the side of Academy, Curb's Dragon, and a window coming up from the side of Hailstorm as well.
So it'll be good to see. This is the Flux opportunity. There's the Dragons. Takes out Croissant. Bob is out, but is it enough? No, not when Sino takes out your main support like that. Mercy's looking kind of low too, but Ethan Thunder is there to answer back on Sino, and Smolver's there for the res. Ethan Thunder taking out 2. Yeah, big Flux in the air though. There goes Jump. And this fight is still in the mix. No clear winner yet. Ethan Thunder, however, making it clear. Decisive. Croissant there with 2 picks, and that's the end of that.
Absolutely. What some great
Back
plays
to the drawing board.
DPS.
Curb very low on the side. Not much you can do. Oh,
Sino with 2
Sino
body
says
shots.
differently. Sino says differently. Sino says, nope, you die now.
That'll get res, bro. Yeah, the blades themselves haven't been crazy big, however, it's been buying Academy
No
a
one
lot
can hide
of time.
from my sight.
It's been pretty successful there.
There's a side angle here from Sino, kind of putting this Mercy in a bit of threat here. Gonna have to watch herself. And this Ashe might be about to lose her head. There's the blade. It's a Nano Blade again. No trans for the answer this time. Oh, but a headshot for the answer. I'll take that.
What a shot from Sino there. Oh my god, completely shutting down that Nano Blade.
Trans keeps him in the fight for a little bit longer, but Sino's not looking very good. Oh, but Sino's looking good enough to take Croissant's head off. Mercy is watching herself right now. Liana's doing flips, trying to protect her face.
Oh, Sino, some big headshot. He is really waking up here right when Hailstorm needs it.
Boat name is not looking healthy right now. He keeps taking a headshot every time he peeks his face out. Curve is not looking healthy either, though. Almost goes down to Ethan Thunder, who also goes down to Sino. Sino just doesn't miss. You move, you blink, and Sino's there. Thanatos there, taking out boat name Curve, ending Jumpenny's career. Croissant is there to answer back on a Curve. Wolf annihilates that bomb. That's not going to be a stall for very long. And they're just going to walk this point in as Rad annihilates the Ana. Oh, it's a cheeky little off angle, but Rad is there for the kills.
So the members of Academy not looking very healthy right now.
Sino takes the headshot off onto Croissant, kind of a blooper in the sideline. A machine gun firing Widow takes the headshot. Wolf takes that jump penny. That's a pick you don't need.
Oh, Bonin goes down.
The res is there, but it takes out. This gets taken out halfway through. The dragon is big. Jump penny lands the pin, but is that going to be enough? He's not on the point right now. Trance is there to sustain. They got a second for this contestant. It's got to be fast. That stun, though, is going to stop him.
Done. Oh, Hawkshot with a big stun there. Is able to get Bonin off that cart. They're not going to be able to get it in overtime. 12 seconds left on the clock for Hailstorm. They were able to capture all 3 objectives. And we're going to go into Academy's push here, see if they can match that, maybe even surpass it.
I would like to admit a formal apology to Sino. I have found him. He is alive. And popping.
I agree. We found Sino. He absolutely woke up right there on the Widowmaker, absolutely clicking heads. So you know, it's never fun to be part of a backline if you have the risk of getting your head taken off every time you peek. It's a little bit of a rough one. I know exactly how it feels playing against a good Widow. It's not fun. So
true
having
testament to a Widow's ability too. Playing against that double sniper, right?
Oh yeah, playing against the double sniper. Yep, absolutely. Playing against the double shield as well. It's impossible. It was very, very hard to get angles on that Widow, but Sino, he was able to make it happen. He was able to hit his shots, play really well. One of the biggest reasons as to why Hailstorm was able to finish the map.
And now we're looking at Croissant favoring over to this Hanzo here. No, Kree? Oh, he's just teasing me now. But Curb, however, is going to play this Torb, and that's a pick I didn't expect coming.
I love this pick. I absolutely love it. It's going to be really good for stopping the Genji on the side of Ethan Thunder. It's going to be really tough for him to get picks with that turret on him at all times.
And so begins the spam war. However, the Kree versus the Widow is not exactly a fight I want to take at this kind of a range. A max range Halt Rock combo comes out, and Boat Name gets ended by it. Wolf there for the cleanup. Smombra's immortality field not long for this world when Hawkshaw's on the field.
Absolutely. They're still down. They're still down Boat Name here.
Brad takes out Smombra on the side. This is a ruthless, bloodthirsty support. And Wolf taking out Jumpenny on that front line just doesn't have that support to back him up right now.
Absolutely.
And Radman has been Mr. Consistent all game long.
All game long, he's just been clicking heads, putting those Discord orbs. Hailstorm has some pretty good target focus, so with that Discord orb, it's absolutely deadly. They're gonna push back in here with the help of Jumpenny's grasp here.
Jumpenny's not looking very healthy though. He used the grasp, but gets kind of 5 orbs down. He's looking dangerously low. He gets back up though. With the immortality field, SS Boat Name's taking a lot of damage as well. Jumpenny's low again. Hawk finishes him off this time. Boat is down. Ethan Thunder takes Sino in the back, but that's a tank for a DPS. That's kind of a trade you like. There's the supercharger. Now a lot of damage is going to be coming out of the side of Hailstorm here. The window too, that's the big window. Hawkshot takes out Smombra. Wolf takes out Run to Flux. Croissant answers on Wolf, but it's not enough. Hawk coming in big Flux, ends Thunder. Croissant goes down, and Jumpenny eats the dirt.
Absolutely. It looked really good going into it for Academy there, but you know, with the help of 4 ultimates on the side of Hailstorm, they were able to really pull it back. The ult economy looking pretty lopsided here. 2 ults on the side of Hailstorm. One of them, however, being a Transcendence, which is going to be huge. Then same thing goes on the other side. You know, Jedi, Blade, Window, and a Trance.
There's the window. Sino moving over to this soldier. Probably wants to get back in the fight a little bit faster. There's the Blade, but is it enough? Not really. The Flux goes up. Flux plus Blade gets cancelled by Trance, though. That's not really what you want to see. The Goo is out and already securing a kill despite the Trance. And Jump is not looking good. Rad gets taken out by the counters in Giannis. Sino, however, there to take out boat name. Wolf takes out Ethan Thunder, but Wolf falls in turn. Maybe a little over-aggressive. Curve the turret. What a freaking spoof. Thanatos takes out Rondaflock and Jump Penny's the last man standing to die to a Helix. Sino there to maintain that clutch factor.
And that one looked really good as well for Academy. The ultimates, they just didn't quite line up properly. The Flux didn't get a lot of follow-up, as well as the Blade didn't get a whole lot. So,
hard to get a lot when Rad is just playing out of his mind right now. I think the big difference here is Rad got subbed out. This man is on fire. I've never seen this guy come alive like this. He's just nailing people to death. That's a headshot on the Kree. He's not looking so healthy. So Penny's already at half health before this fight even happens. There goes the turret, but the window's up, and that's deadly. Being full dope, full commit. Sino's there to deny though. And another Flux! Hawkshot's charging these like they're candy. What the fuck?
Get four with the Flux, you love to see it. Hawkshot really beaten down. Really beaten down Academy here. They've got 30 seconds left to try to push this point into point A. They're looking at the face of defeat right now, see if they can really get something going here. They got a couple ults to work with, so.
Insane in the membrane. Hawkshot is going off his rocker right now, and the subs for Hailstorm are paying off in spades right now. Wolf takes out Jump Penny, but Sino, that's a blue. There's a 5v5 in the last seconds here. There's a trans, and there's a boat name drops the mines on the point. No one's gonna touch that real soon. Croissant's taking out these inanimate objects on the side, and finally follows up on Wolf, a very animate object. Croissant is cleaning up this chat, but Sino takes out Croissant. Sino takes out Goo. That blade is off in Narnia, and the Goo is there to finish up. Thunder finally comes back to the fight, gets through with the hammer kill!
With the hammer kill!
Curb Killers with a 5K and a hammer kill! What more do you want? What more do you want?
That's a 5K to win the match. 3-1 from the side of Hailstorm. It looked so good for Academy, but then Curb.
Oh my god, we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it.
Kill. I've never seen anything like this. Wow, look at this play. And he's at 28 health as well. Absolutely low.
49 HP in a dream, but Jump Penny does not have this dream. Jump Penny is dead.
Wow, what a game. You know, I think this game was extremely close, but of course, with the experience, I thought Hailstorm was going to win this all the way. So,
I don't know, though. I gotta say, disbanded 413 academies. I gotta say, if you took a map off of a well-established, years of experience, veteran team like Hailstorm, you guys can hold your heads high right now. That just came down to some individual popping off. I saw 4Ks, I saw 3Ks, I saw hammer kills.
Absolutely. What a crazy game. We see an extremely new team put up a pretty decent fight against an absolute veteran team. Big plays going both ways. Croissant popping off a few times. I remember Croissant got a 4K there. You know, just big plays going all across the board. I mean, I gotta say, if you were to give an MVP to anyone on Hailstorm there, who would you give it to?
Okay, so a big part of me is about to go out here and say Rad. Hawkshot is definitely honorable mention here. Curb holds up in that last game and steals my heart away too, but I'm leaning Rad. I don't know where you are.
Now, I gotta say, I'm kind of biased towards supports, but I have to agree, Rad played pretty insane. You know, considering Hailstorm's target focus was just, you know, considering they've got all that experience, the target focus is just that much better than that of Academy. And Rad, the Zenyatta, the Discord Orbs, was really, really able to enable that. You know, makes things really easy to get some, to kill some targets when you've got Discord Orbs going around like it's free candy, you know, so.
Absolutely, and I'd say the kills were coming in like free candy when Rad was on the field. That was some great plays, both sides, huge props. It's not easy in this kind of a scenario when you're like a couple weeks old as a team, but taking off a map from a years of experience veteran, big props. So I gotta welcome in our MVP here. Rad, come on in the chat.
Get on in here. Rad, the big MVP, they're really coming up big. And I don't know if it's a coincidence or not that when Rad came off the field, he was really able to put up some wins.
All right, we got him in here now, so we got some questions here. Rad, how does it feel to play out of your mind?
Just another day, dude.
Just another day.
Just another day.
No, honestly, I was vibing. I've been vibing lately. It translated during the match, I think. But to be honest, Academy and Disband, they played out of their minds as well. Like I was legit impressed with how good of a game they put up, knowing that they've really only formed pretty much yesterday as a backup team for Wool or WUHL in the OCS, and they put up such a great fight. Those were close maps, except Full Sky. They rolled us.
What a man. Takes an MVP and just talks about the other team the whole time. No, Rad, I want to know about your transes, dude. Those were insane. And the frags. How do you warm up?
Yeah.
I need the secrets. I need to do these things.
It takes a lot of time. To be honest, I have a pallet of Mountain Dew in my backyard, dude. I just
that's the secret, everybody.
I just go outside. I take a Mountain Dew right there, and then I bring one back inside, and then you just start clicking heads, dude.
Insane in the membrane. Thank you very much, Rad, for coming in here, giving this interview. Thank you, everybody, for watching. This was a great game to cast. Again, I am your play-by-play suspect. Joining me on this desk was your analyst, Octave, with the big brain moves coming out here. Thank you very much for watching the stream. Sayo.